Okay, which question were we on? The best way to learn each feature, whether it's just a basic understanding or an in-depth understanding. I would say the best way to learn them is by actually using the features and actually getting hands-on and using the software. Um, so in order to do that, you could just kind of go in and start like messing with stuff. That's what I say. That's the best way. You can watch 100 videos. You could watch literally 100 videos on every single feature, learning every single feature. You're not going to actually learn that feature unless you do, unless you act, unless you use the actual feature yourself. So I would say practice with it. See if you can maybe get, if you have a friend or a family member's business that owns a business that you can like practice the software on. That's that's one of the best ways. If you have a friend or a family member that owns a business that's willing to let you for free just try their business on the software, that's the best way. So you really want to be, getting hands-on and learning the software by trying the features itself. What are you talking about shops? So when I was talking about shops, I was talking about like e-commerce. So if you've been using the platform, I know you're kind of new to the software, but if you've been using the platform, one thing that GoHighlevel doesn't have, which actually Sean explained in the video that they never even planned on doing, e-commerce. So anything, purchase like a store online. If you've used GoHighlevel, you know that you can't really make a store on a high-level website. You can use HighLevel to sell a service. Like we have the checkout pages, like I show you to set up in the course. We have those checkout pages that you can check out and purchase one of the products, which is like our software package, but they don't have like a store where you can set up, for example, say you pick up a clothing store as a client, and that clothing store has a bunch of clothes that they want to sell. Technically, on a high-level website, you cannot set them up like a clothing shop on the website. That's not something that's really available yet, but it's coming very soon. So you'll see in the video that I'm going to post tomorrow that I go over all of those e-commerce, that Sean goes over all of those e-commerce features. So that's what I meant by that. Hi, Connor. What's the most effective way to generate leads and contact the potential clients directly? So I actually just recorded a video on this today, so that will also be up in a couple days after the video with Sean. I did a complete client acquisition guide, so I'll announce when I drop that one. That's going to be great. I went over every single method of client acquisition, and I gave like a brief description of how to do it, what it is, what I thought were the best methods of client acquisition. So yeah, I'm going to drop that in a couple days, so that's going to be great. But right now, I'll just give you the rundown. So in the beginning, if you're a beginner, if you're new to HighLevel and you're new to just business in general, I think your best bet is going to be, I would say cold calling and cold DMing and cold texting. You like technically, yeah, that I would stick to those. That's going to be your most effective way to generate leads. And then if it's something that you like, making content on social media is just huge. Making content on social media, if it's something that you're willing to do and willing to put your face out there and be on social media and be, out there, if it's a fear that you have, I'd recommend just get over it and just do it. Because it's an extremely effective way of generating clients for your business. So yeah, I would highly recommend that. But in the beginning, 90% of people, you're going to want to do cold outreach. It's going to suck. You got to do a lot of cold calls, a lot of cold DMs. And just, yeah, that's what you got to do, to get clients. So I'd recommend going on in Facebook groups. And I go over this in the second course as well. So I'm not sure who asked this question, Casper. So it looks like you probably haven't started with the software yet. Once you do sign up, I have a second course that goes over, all the client acquisition stuff. But, yeah, so what the main ways I go to get my leads is I go in Facebook groups. And I think that's massive, especially for beginners, going in these small business Facebook groups and these niche Facebook groups. So for example, you'd look up small business group, New York, and there's going to be 50 groups that are going to come up, and you're literally just going to go join all of them and start networking within these groups, start reaching out to business owners, and, different things like that. Like there's a ton of business owners in there posting advertisements for their business with their phone number. And a lot of those businesses will bring you right to the owner. So you call, you're like, yo, offer your service, you pitch them your service. And that's going to be the main way that you're going to be getting clients. You can use Facebook groups or off of Google directly. You can go onto Google, look up, like, for example, say your niche was plumbers. Now, in the beginning, you don't need to niche down, but for example, say it's plumbers. You're going to look up plumbers near me. You're going to see all of these things, all of these plumber businesses pop up on Google. Look for the ones maybe with no website, with low Google reviews that don't rank high on Google. Those are going to be your more likely to need your service, but don't like disqualify it. You can call every single business on Google. Just go down the list, start calling them, or you could prospect first and then like create a list first and then call them. But yeah, I would say the most effective is the Facebook groups by far. So I would try those first. If you're not having any luck in there, go on Google. How much could you... Actually, my bad. I skipped the question here. I created a workflow of appointment booking that I have booked on the software. And in automation, I have 1 email confirmation, but I ran a test and it was 2 email confirmations. How can I delete the default email confirmation? I would have to take a look. If you shoot me a DM, I can probably jump on right after the Q&A, or worst case, I can jump on tomorrow morning with you and we can take a look at that. It should all be located in your workflow where you could just delete one of them and that should take care of it. But yeah, just shoot me a DM and send me some pictures of it as well, and I'll see if I can help you. How much could you potentially earn monthly? So there's no limit. I would say, you can take it pretty far yourself. And then at a certain point, you can hire out people to take care of some of the work. So there's really 2 different routes you can go. You can go full-blown SaaS, where you're just selling the software. It's hands off. You're providing support, and that's really the main thing you're providing. Or the other route you can go is management on top. I personally do a little bit of both. Management on top, meaning you're managing the software for them. So you pick up, for example, an HVAC client. That client maybe doesn't want to use the software, but he's more than happy to pay you to manage it for him. I'll take that any day of the week because, you could charge them $500 to $1,000 a month and you're really not going to be doing too much work. But yeah, I would say you can probably scale to anywhere between... You can scale probably up to 20, 30K per month on your own, meaning like you can do it yourself. You can take on that much revenue worth of clients yourself. And then you can start hiring VAs. You can hire virtual assistants. There's virtual assistants in the Philippines that you can hire for a couple dollars an hour, like literally a couple dollars an hour. It's crazy. And you can get them to take care of account management. You can get them to take care of the support. So whenever your clients or customers have problems with the software or have questions, you could have them take care of that. But in the beginning, don't even worry about that stuff in the beginning. You can take care of so much yourself. You can scale so far with just you or you and a friend that you don't need to worry about scaling. But to answer your question directly, there's really no cap on what you can earn. You can earn as much as you're willing to hustle and put in the work. You can earn, it's uncapped. Say a client has a load of bookings and appointments already existing. How do you integrate and add them into the website calendar created by GHL? So you can sync all of their calendars. If you go into that sub-account settings, you can sync all of their calendars. So you can sync their Google calendars, their Outlook calendars to GoHighlevel. And now GoHighlevel will import all of those appointments into the software. So it's just in the sub account settings. If you go to like, it should be under business profile. I'm forgetting exactly which tab in the settings it's under. It should be probably under business profile or profile. You'll see like a calendar sync button, and you can sync their Google calendar. You can sync their Outlook calendar. Everything will show up on all the calendars. In the funnels, how do I change this $99 default price to match the price I updated? And how do I change dynamic item? So the picture you just sent me right there is a that's just a default image. Like it will show up there. That's going to show up on every funnel in that part of the funnel. It's just like a default image that doesn't reflect your actual pricing. To see your actual pricing, you're going to go on the top right and click preview, and then you're going to be able to see the actual price of what your actual funnel thing is. So that's just an example price. When will all the new features discussed with Sean be incorporated into High-Level? He had like different timelines. One of the features, guys, absolutely the coolest feature that I've seen in High-Level in a while is going to be added. I'm pretty sure, I have to rewatch the footage. I'm pretty sure he said the end of this week or the beginning of next week. It's the sickest AI feature. You guys are just gonna have to wait for the video. It's the absolute sickest AI feature that I've seen. It's a conversational AI. That's all I'm gonna say now, but it's awesome. So that is coming soon, very soon. But there's a ton of features that have like timelines throughout like the next couple weeks and couple months that he went over a bunch of different ones. So, but this AI one, this absolutely awesome AI one that's you're going to be able to leverage to sell to business owners is going to be a massive selling point. It's huge. So just wait for the video tomorrow. That's the cool one's coming out in like a week. So that's going to be great. But all the other features are scattered throughout the next 2 weeks, the next 3 weeks. There's just a bunch of different features coming out over the next couple weeks. I'm driving in the car listening to you. How do I pick a niche as things in India is different than other countries, and I'm worried about SaaS can work in India? Sorry for being a noob. No, don't even worry about it. So again, I don't really know how things work in India. It's pretty, I would say overall around the world, everything's pretty similar, to be honest. I think, again, I don't know how the economy over there is and stuff, but I wouldn't pick a niche at first. I tell everybody, don't pick a niche at first. Literally start local. So you can go walk around to local businesses. That's another great method. Going in person to businesses, another huge method. Yeah, you can just do cold walk-ins and walk into places, start talking to the business owner, see if they're interested. So yeah, that's one absolutely huge method of client acquisition, I would say, especially in other places, not just the US. But yeah, and don't worry about a niche. So don't niche down immediately. Don't say, okay, I'm only going to look for plumbers now. Start local and just go around all these businesses and go from there. So don't worry about niching down yet. Niche down later on once you figure out what you're good at, what businesses you like to work with, and stuff like that. How fast is it to find your first client? So that all depends on how much work that you're putting in. It's completely varies for everybody. I would say like I've seen people lock in a client in the first literally one day. I've seen, which is insane. I've seen people, lock in a client the first day. I don't know how they did it. That's just insane to me. But it can vary. I would say on average, around 60 to 80 hours of time spent learning, of time spent doing outreach, just total time spent on SaaS. 60 to 80 hours, you'll have your first client. That's on average. I've seen many people do it quicker. Some people take a little longer, but on average, 60 to 80 hours of time spent, you'll have your first client. Um, but yeah, that would be how I wouldn't focus on how fast it is to get your first client. I would more focus on the learning experience and, focus on learning rather than trying to speed to get your first client. Because what's going to happen if you're constantly focused on getting that first client, you're going to get discouraged pretty fast. A lot of stuff is going to discourage you. You're going to get a ton of no's from the cold calls, from the cold DMs. People are just going to say no left and right. And it's going to discourage you because you're going to be so focused on getting that first client, so frustrated when it's not happening. I would just focus on enjoying the process as much as you can, learning from the process, and then taking all that feedback of learning and then using that to improve. I think that's the best way to kind of go about that. So try not to focus on getting your first client fast. There's no such thing as quick, easy money. That's just not a thing. Everything's going to require some hard work and effort. So just, focus on learning and getting better with each day that you're working on it. When setting up a Stripe account and you're under 18, what do your parents have to do? I mean, technically you could just set it up in their name. I know so many people that set up a Stripe account under 18 that I'm not sure how they did it. I know many people have done it. It's very common that we get a lot of people in here that are under 18 that want to set up a Stripe account. I don't think they have to do anything. The only thing, you might just need to submit their ID. That's really, I think, all you need if you're under 18. So if we charge $300 a month selling SaaS, how much should we charge to manage it too? I would say it depends on the business, but you can easily charge for managing it like another $300 on top. Easy, $300 to $500 on top to manage the software. And then you could even upsell them. What I like to do is upsell them on like Facebook ads, Google ads, and all that different stuff. Like you can upsell a bunch of other stuff and get your monthly recurring revenue of that client up to like $1,000 to like $1,200, depending on what you upsell them. But yeah. So I would, maybe $300 to $500 on top. How do we learn the ins and outs of setting up GoHighlevel? Is it included in the free trial? Yeah, so my free course walks you through the entire initial setup. So once you sign up for HighLevel with my 30-day trial link, which is located in all the course videos, I send you a second course that goes over client acquisition. Then what you're going to want to do, as soon as you have the software set up from my first course and you watch the second course on client acquisition, what you're going to want to do is practice the software, go through all the tabs, watch my YouTube videos, start trying to take what you learned from my YouTube videos and apply that into the actual software, get hands-on, like I was saying before, get hands-on, practice the actual stuff, like doing it, rather than just watching the videos, and spend the time. Sit down for a couple hours, spend the time, and just get it done. It needs to be done. Once you learn it, like I know GoHighlevel, like I can navigate HighLevel literally with my eyes closed. I could literally navigate HighLevel with my eyes closed. That's how much I know it now. Once you know it, it's cake. You can set up anything within seconds. You know where everything is. It's just, you need to spend the time. And now, given I've been working with HighLevel for probably coming on like almost 2 years at this point. But yeah. But to answer your question, the free course that I give you, that's located also in the Discord, if you didn't see it, has all of the setup material, how to do it, and all that stuff. Also, do you charge an onboarding fee? So, actually, it's a good question. I used to charge a setup fee. I used to charge a setup fee of like $100. What I do now, I leverage that setup fee. So, if you've watched my course, if you've set HighLevel up before, I set up what's called a bump product. So this product, it says setup fee, and it is at the bottom, but it's an optional fee. On their end, they have to check it to be charged for it. So you could technically check out without it. So what I do when I bring them to the checkout page, when I'm on the sales call with them, I'll use it as leverage. And I find this to be super effective. I'll be like, hey, so, what we're going to do today, normally we do charge a $100 setup fee. But what I can do for you today, if you decide to sign up today, I'll completely waive that setup fee. So actually, you can up the setup fee to like $200 or $300, make it look really expensive. You can be like, hey, you know what? If you sign up today, we'll completely waive the setup fee. In reality, you just weren't going to charge it anyway, but now you're making it look as if you waived it for the client, making it look like you gave them a whole bunch of like extra free stuff. And they're going to be like, oh, cool. Yeah, I'll sign up right now if you waive a $300 fee for me. Like, it looks like you're giving them a massive discount. So that's what I like to do now and use it as leverage instead of trying to get that extra one-time fee of $100. I don't care about the $100 one-time fee. I don't care about $100. I'd much rather have a happy client that's going to be paying me every single month. So I'd much rather get that $500 payment every single month. Fuck the $100 fee in the beginning. I don't give a shit about the $100. I'll just waive that and have the client be happy and continue to pay me for months and months and months. And just continue paying me. It's just the $100 in the beginning doesn't matter. Can the client only access the software stuff by laptop, desktop on the browser? Or can it be done via smartphone and app? So the software is made for desktop application. The software isn't really made for mobile devices, but they do have specifically the app for that. They have the lead connector and or GoHighlevel app. So typically I'll have the clients log in to the website version on the PC, on the computer, but on the phone, I'll give them the app. Now the app doesn't have the full functionality. You can't make automations in the phone app, but you can get to all of the features that you need to get to in the phone app. So it's mostly used for like communication aspect. I don't see any reason you're going to need to like be making automations on your phone. Like that's never like, if you're going to sit down and make some automations, you're going to do it on a computer. You're not going to need to do it on your phone. But yeah, so you can do all of the stuff you need to do on a computer, and anything you would need to do on a phone can be done on the phone via the app. I understand SaaS and the overall business model. So when you close a client, does the client call you when troubleshooting is needed, or does GoHighlevel have a tech care that the client can speak with? So yeah, you will have to provide that support yourself in the beginning. Once you get to a certain point, and it's not like you're not going to have clients hitting you up like every 5 minutes with issues. You're going to have clients hitting you up with issues. It's going to be like fairly common, but they're not going to be hitting you up every 5 seconds. It's not going to be crazy. You're not going to be overwhelmed. But you do serve as tech support for them because it is your white label software. Now, once you scale to a certain point, and I'm going to be meeting with these guys. If you don't know, I'm going to the High Level Summit. I'm going to be speaking on one of the panels at the High Level Summit in October. I'm going to be meeting with this company called HL Pro Tools. They offer white labeled support. So that's something down the line that will be an option for you guys. Now, it's available now. You guys can even get it now. But it's like $300 or $500. I think it's $500 a month. Or it depends on how many clients you have. But you can get white labeled support from them, or you can hire a virtual assistant to take care of that for you. Like I was explaining before, how you can hire out and, delegate out some of those tasks to a virtual assistant. That's something you can do. Or they offer these pre-trained high-level support team. It's white labeled. They're you just pay the monthly fee and you have hands off. You have white label support. But yeah, to answer your question, you do need to provide that support to clients. If I wanted to reach out to international clients, like in the US, for example, would I need a US number, or can I use my local number? To be honest, I'm not sure. I think you should be able to reach out via any number you want. Because I get a lot of people reaching out to me from like the UK, from like Australia and stuff, and that seems to work fine with my US number. So That should be fine. Yeah, you should be able to reach out to businesses with whatever number that you get via high level. How many clients do you currently have? What management tips would you tell us and wish you knew when you got started? So I have almost 30 clients at this point. Management tips, I would say, honestly, there's nothing crazy. I would say the main thing, try to provide the best customer support that you can. Try and provide the best customer service that you can to these clients. What that's going to do for you, it's going to make these clients happy. They're going to stick. So the main goal at the end of the day, once you get a client signed up with you, once they make that initial payment, you want to get them to stick. So I like to be super friendly with them. I always try to provide immediate service whenever they need it. So if they need something, I try to be, I try to be there for them 100%. I over provide if necessary. And that's going to get them to really enjoy the service. They're going to be so happy with the service. They're going to like you as a person. And then they're going to be much more likely to stick with you. I think providing just really good customer support is, it helps out a lot. And something I wish I knew when I got started is, well, I knew this when I got started. I came into this knowing for a fact in the beginning, getting my first client is going to be a literal war. That shit was a war. I'm telling you, I sat here cold called for days, literal weeks before I got my first client. It took me like 30 days to get my first client because I didn't have anyone helping me. So I was on my own, just learning everything on my own. I would sit down here and cold call every single day, probably over 100 calls per day. I honestly didn't even keep track, but I would sit here from probably 9 a.m. to like 6 p.m. straight cold calling every single day, just grinding my ass off. So in the beginning, and I knew it was going to be tough. And I pushed past it. So that's what you have to do. You have to focus on pushing past all of the no's you're going to get in the beginning. I got people cursing me out on the phone. I got people hanging up on me straight away. And actually got quite a few people cursing me out now that I think of it. But yeah, you're going to have to push past all that stuff. Like, it's going to happen. It happens to everybody. You need to just continue to push past it. And eventually you're going to get that yes. Every no that you get is closer to getting a yes. Do I have to get on calls with clients to sell better or use messaging stuff? You're going to have to get on calls. I would say, like, there's really no way around it. A lot of people try and get around that fact of having to get on calls. If you have an absolutely, like, technically you could, but you need to be very, very skilled in marketing and social media marketing, which I'm sure most of you probably like don't have the skill required to do that. You need to have a perfectly dialed in funnel. You need to handle all of your customers' potential objections in the funnel. And you need to open it with a free trial. Like, there's so much stuff you'd have to do. In that case, if you're a beginner, you're just not gonna be able to pull it off. Like, straight up, you're just not gonna be able to pull it off. It would be even tough for me to pull it off. It's very tough to not have a sales call with this type of stuff, especially when you're dealing with like high ticket items, like a $500 a month subscription. No one wants to just go buy that without speaking to someone first. They want to talk to someone and see how it works, what it is, if this is reliable. So you're going to have to get on calls. There's really no way around it. Also, you should make an uncut YouTube video of you closing a client after the first initial cold call. I know I need to make one of those. Cause I should have recorded. I don't know why I didn't record all my like initial calls, all these initial meetings. I need to just get on. So I'll try and get on one of the next calls. I have a lot of people taking care of, like I have setters and closers that are taking care of that stuff. So I got to jump on some of these calls and get some footage for you guys to post on YouTube. That's awesome. I'll see you one of the days at the summit. Yeah, for sure, dude. Hit me up when I'm there. I'll definitely come see if any of you guys end up going to the summit. I don't know how many of you guys are going to the summit, but any of you guys that are going to be going, definitely hit me up. It would make more sense using a US number because I feel like businesses are less likely to respond to foreign numbers. That's actually a good point. Yeah, I mean, I would say if you can get a US number, I don't know if they'll let you get one on the high level software, but you can definitely see if it'll let you. I don't think it will if you're not from the US, but that, it could be less likely for them to respond to a foreign number, but definitely give it a shot. The troubleshooting stuff that clients ask about, if we're not sure what to do ourselves, where do we go from there? If we're not too familiar / unsure ourselves. So the high level live chat support, well, you could ask me. If you're an affiliate of mine, I offer like support to all my affiliates. So that's something that you could do. But the high level live support is very underutilized, very slept on. I would say they're extremely quick to respond. And if you guys don't know where the live chat is, it's the little question mark in the top right. Just click on that and then tell them what your issue is. They'll ask you a couple questions, and then they'll ask you if you want to do a live chat support, if you want to do a Zoom or an email ticket, and you can immediately get in contact with the support agent. They'll be able to help you with any questions you have within like literally 5 to 10 minutes. So you can get your question answered by a live chat support agent in 5 to 10 minutes. So like if I'm ever not available to answer your question, just hit up the live chat. They'll even jump on Zoom with you. They'll jump on a Zoom call with you and go and fix whatever issue you have or explain whatever issue that you need explained. The high level support is honestly great. Have you got results when you first took on the client to fast forward now in terms of how well SaaS worked out for their business? Yeah, honestly, one of my first clients, I'm trying to think. Honestly, it was crazy. I was so surprised at like the results that I was able to give him. I'm pretty sure from what I remember, one of my clients, I doubled their monthly recurring revenue. So I literally took him from, I think, 20,000 a month to 40,000 a month. And in hindsight, I should have switched to I should have offered some sort of seeing if he was interested for some sort of incentivized bonus where I would get like a percentage of the revenue I increased. That's something that's a little more complicated, but I was very surprised at how well and how effective the software was at helping the business owner achieve more revenue, achieve a higher monthly revenue. Also, as far as the text message callback feature, do you just teach clients how to manage that and take care of the text messages themselves, and they take care of the text messages themselves? So that first part I'll answer. So yeah, I typically, if they're using the software, it's a simple feature. I'll go over that with them. I actually, in my tutorial videos I have set up, it's a simple feature. I'm not sure. I think maybe there's more to that question that I'm not getting in that first piece. But as far as I can understand from the way you worded the question, I think, it's simple. They usually take care of the missed call text back stuff, unless I'm managing the software for them. As well as Google SEO, is that the same way? Do you sort of teach them and they take care of the rest? Yeah, so I'll show them how to set up Yext. So Yext is kind of like just a turn it on and off type thing. I'm in terms of SEO and then Google ranking. I'll explain to them how that works. I'll give them kind of a little background to how Google ranking works. I'll explain to them, hey, as you're using this automatic Google review tool and feature, you're now going to be ranking higher in the Google search ranking. So that's just, I explain to them the little things like that, like little things they can do to boost the SEO, basically getting keywords on the website, getting keywords on all their different web pages. And yeah. In order to land my first client, I'm willing to spend the time and effort to make them a free trial as well as a website and other GHL features. Is that a good idea? That's a great idea. That's a phenomenal idea. I think the best way to get a client in the beginning is over deliver. So many people are so focused, and it's frustrating for me because so many people are like this, but you just can't, I try to get them to think about it in a different perspective, but in the beginning, if you over deliver, so say you get a client that's interested, if this guy's interested, do whatever you can possibly do to get this guy locked in. Give him a free website, give him a free whatever, give him a bunch of free shit on top of the software. It's your first client. So many people are so caught up on like, oh, it's my first client, I need to charge him full price, or I'm going to try and charge him that extra $100. No, that's just not how you should do it, because your first client, it's going to pay off way more for you. I gave my first client so much free shit in the beginning. He's still my client to this day. To this day, he's still my client. And it all works out. If I nickel and dimed him in the beginning and charged him every little thing, he might not still be a client today, but I didn't. I gave him a free website edit, I'm pretty sure. I forgot what other free shit I gave him, but I gave him a ton of free shit. So do whatever you can in the beginning to lock in that first client. And that's just an amazing way to get your first client locked in, because then they're going to be hype that you gave them free shit. Just let them know. Say, hey, normally we charge for this, but I like you. I'm going to give you this for free. I'm going to throw this in for free. I'm going to add that on for free. And if they like the service, they're going to, 1, convert to a paying customer. 2, they're going to tell their friends, say, hey, this guy's great. I got a bunch of free shit. He helped my business out. He got all this shit set up for me. And he's going to refer you to his friends. You're going to get even if he doesn't refer you, you're going to get a 5-star review. You're going to get a testimonial. It's just one of the best possible ways you can lock in your first client is over deliver. So that's a great idea. What did you say about using Stripe under 18, or is there something else like Stripe? I would use Stripe if you can. If you have your parents or something that could sign up, use their information when you sign up. You can also use PayPal. They also have the PayPal as an option if you want to set up for a payment processor. Stripe is way more convenient, way better to use. That's what I do. But yeah, if you can use Stripe, use Stripe. If you really can't use Stripe, use PayPal. Square won't work. Whoever suggested that, Square won't work. But yeah, try your parents' info. Or if that doesn't work for Stripe, use PayPal. QEXYO. I'm setting up my Stripe account. It says domain couldn't be verified. I'm assuming your website probably said, if you go to your website domain, does it say a 404 error? If it does, go to the FAQ section of my Discord up in the top left and click on that, and you'll see the solution to the 404 issue. Once you solve the 404 issue, it's extremely simple. It's also, I think I go over it in the FAQ video of my course. That will fix the 404 issue. And then that will fix the Stripe domain couldn't be verified thing. What feature of GHL do you personally pitch the most and see the most success in? For example, do you focus on website development, SEO, text callback, or do you just kind of pitch everything and hope the client is impressed by one of the features you pitch? Okay, so here's what you're going to do. I'll first give you the rundown of a couple different features that I think are really that stand out. And then I'll explain how to go about that. So missed call text back, such a massive feature. To put it in perspective, what I like to do for the clients, say they miss 2 calls. So I'm going to pull out my calculator for this one, do a little quick math. Say this business. So you ask them first, you say, okay, on average, how much is a job? How much is one job on average? So let's say we have an HVAC guy, a guy that does air conditioning units. He repairs air conditioning units and installs them. Let's say his average job cost is $500. Let's say one customer purchasing from him, the average cost is $500. So then take 500. Now you ask him, how many missed calls on average would you say you get a week? Like you're out in the field, you're at someone's house working on an AC unit. How many missed calls would you say do you miss per week? He's like, okay, I probably miss like 4 calls per week. So you take 500, you multiply that by 4, and that's 2,000. So now that's 1 week of missed calls. Now you're going to multiply that by 4. So 2,000 times 4 is $8,000. So you could say, okay, so let's say each of those jobs, that calls that you missed, were each on average $500, like all your other jobs, and you keep missing 4 calls per week. In 1 month, you potentially missed out on $8,000. So when you put it in perspective like that, they're like, wow, that's right. I'm potentially missing out on $8,000. So that then makes just the missed call text back feature to them worth $8,000 a month. So if you think about it, like the software is a no-brainer for these businesses. You just have to, make them realize the benefits to them. So when you put it in perspective like that, they're like, holy shit, $8,000, I'm missing out on $8,000. This software that I can pay $500 a month to you for is going to save me. Now I'm net up $7,500. It's a no-brainer for them. So, and then I'm going to go on to the next. So missed call text back's huge. Then you have the Google review automation, another absolutely just massive feature. That's going to help them rank higher on Google, have a higher reputation. Just overall, you can't go wrong with the reputation management. That's just such a huge tool. Those two are really the really good ones I like to offer. Obviously, you have any other automations. You have the automatic meeting booking automation. You have the automatic form, the automatic lead form text back. You can connect this software to their Facebook and TikTok ads and collect leads and automatically text them. So that's a really good feature. But you don't want to just go and spew features. The biggest mistake you can make is go into a sales call, say, hey, I'm here to show you this offer, and you just go down the list and show them all the features. No one's going to buy from you. Trust me, no one will buy from you. I did that in the beginning too. That was a huge mistake. I go in and I start showing them all the features. Completely wrong. Do not do that. You will fail every time. What you want to do, I like to split the call into 3 phases. Phase 1, you want to talk to them, literally have a conversation for like 10 minutes. Get to know a little bit about their business, get to know a little bit about them, build a rapport, build more of a connection, figure out their pain points. So the main of phase 1, the main goal, build connection with them, build rapport, and also figure out what problems they have so that when you go to phase 2, which I'll explain in a second, you're going to explain to them how this software is going to help them. You want to sell the outcome, not the actual features. You want to sell the outcome. So let's say this guy's like, let's say he's like, yeah, dude, I miss out on, which this isn't a real example, but I'm just, giving you just for one that I just explained. Hey, dude, I miss, so many calls a week. That's just something that I have a huge problem with, whatever. That's what the guy says when you're talking to him. You're going to say, hey, take a look at this. So in phase 2, you're going to be like, awesome. So I know you referred to that you miss a lot of calls and it's causing, a loss of revenue in your business and it's becoming a problem. Well, here in our software, we have this amazing tool, missed call text back. So what we do with that, we'll set it up for you. And what that will do, any missed calls you get, our system will automatically text the customer and follow up with them and ask them questions about what they need, so that when you're next available for a call, you can call the customer back and they'll already have filled out all the information that they need for whatever job that they're inquiring about. And then that's going to save you X amount of revenue per month. So you're going to take the problem that they told you, explain the feature and how it's going to benefit that business owner. So you would just sell the outcome. You want to explain to them the outcome it's going to have. This is going to increase your revenue by X, Y, Z. So don't just go in there and spew the features, please. Should I give every new client a free trial or only the first client? Yeah, you can give every new client a free trial. It gives them a really good chance to learn the software and figure out, if it's something that they want or not. And it gives you a good amount of time to show them the value in the software. How would we sell managing the accounts for them? Essentially, you'd be like, hey, this is the software, whatever, towards the end of the demo. Oh, I forgot about phase 3. So phase 3, you're just kind of going in for the close. After you show them, sell the outcome, you're going to go at the end of the call, you're going to talk pricing and go for the close. But how should we sell managing the account for them? Really, you're just going to be, yeah, this is the software. This is what it costs. We do actually, if you're interested in us, we have a done for you system where we'll take care of all of the software management. You don't have to do a single thing. We'll set everything up for you. It's just going to be an extra $300 to $500 a month. And you'd pick 3, 5, whatever you want to charge. It's going to be an extra X amount per month. And that's how you'd sell them managing. But back to Brandog's question, should I give every new client a free trial or only the first client? I'm afraid that I'll lose potential revenue from customers who cancel before the trial ends. So I would say offer the free trial. You don't have to offer it in every customer, but offer it when necessary. You could also use that as kind of a leverage. Like I explained before, that bump product you can use as leverage. You can use the free trial as leverage. Okay, actually, you know what? If you're on a demo call with someone and they're a little bit on the fence, say, hey, you know what? What I can do for you, normally we don't do this. We're typically not allowed to do this. I'm going to give you a 30-day free trial. Give you a chance to test out the software. Don't tell anybody I told you that. Like, don't tell anybody. Just make it look like you're, helping them out. But I think that's a good way to go about it. And once you get them on the trial, that's a really good way to get them to convert, because now they're on the software. Now they're using the software. They're getting set up, and it's a really good way to get them to convert by showing them the value. Now it's game time. They're on that free trial. You have 30 days to prove to them this is the software that's going to help them make more money. And you shouldn't really have an issue doing that because the software is phenomenal. So it's better to give up front and then show the value in certain cases. So don't worry about losing money from that first month. It's 1 month. So if you do the free trial and they end up converting into a paying customer, they're probably going to stay and pay you month after month. But you don't want to lose that deal over that first month payment. If they're really asking you for a free trial and you're like, oh, nah, dude, I got to get that payment in the first month, and you're willing to lose a client over that first month payment, it's not worth it, because if you gave them the free trial and they ended up converting, you're going to get paid month after month after month after month after that. So you just have to look at the risk and reward for that. I used to be a salesman at the highest Google ranking cell phone store. They started pushing Google reviews way before it was a thing. It truly, it does, dude. It is amazing how much Google reviews help, especially with small businesses. It is just massive for small businesses. How does the callback system work? Do you have to incorporate the client's number into HighLevel? Does this impact their number in any way? So, good question. You will need to get them a HighLevel number. Now, this won't mess up their current number in any way. you can link their high level number to their current business number. The high level number is going to take care of the missed call text back. It's going to take care of any automations, but any calls are still going to link to their regular business phone number. You do need a high level number. It is non-negotiable. You need it, but you just tell them, don't even worry about it. It won't affect your number in any way. It's only going to be a positive impact. It's only going to help you. So they shouldn't have any issues with it. How do you implement that feature to clients? It's right in their settings. So once you sign up for the software, Ube, did you sign up for the software yet? Because if you did, I need to add you to the affiliate section if you signed up under me. So if you did, just shoot me your email. Open a ticket, shoot me your email so I could add you. But how do you implement that feature to clients? It's in their sub-account settings. If you go into the sub-account settings, you'll see at the bottom, missed call text back. You just check the box on, and you could change the missed call text back number, and it's good to go. What will the client need to set up when they get access to their account? They're going to need to link their Google account, link their Facebook account, put in all their business information, and all that type of stuff. Like, you can add a snapshot for them, but they're going to need to like just link all their social accounts, really, is like the main thing. And then any automations that they want. Can GHL websites create login/accounts for the clients? I know what you mean. So if our customers, okay, yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean. Unfortunately, no, at the moment, no. There is something coming out very soon, actually. Again, dude, HighLevel constantly is updating their software. Like, the amount of updates that they push is just absurd. It's honestly absurd. Like, week after week after week, I see these new updates coming out. And just from what Sean showed me yesterday, insane. That's another thing that's coming really soon. It's actually partially in. It's called Client Portal, but you can set up your own like little client portal with logins and stuff. Sean goes over that in the video. Dude, crazy. So definitely check out the video that's going to go up tomorrow. That's something that you can't do yet, or you can, yeah, no, you definitely can't do it yet, but it's coming very, very soon. How do you get a GHL number? Go to settings, click phone numbers, and then click the add number button, and you'll be able to add a high-level phone number. Super simple. I have not yet, but I will this upcoming week. I've been following a bunch of GHL gurus, but you're legit, bro. Respect, especially doing these call shows. You actually want to help people succeed. I hope to be able to do this one day and help people out. Dude, for sure. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, no, I'm just here. I'm trying to help everybody, succeed. Not many of these other affiliates, to be honest, are out here doing this stuff. A lot of them actually, to be honest, don't actually have their own agency. They have no clue what they're doing, and they're just in it for the affiliate commission, because the affiliate commission is like pretty solid. People think like, oh, it's so much easier to get affiliates with the affiliate commission. It's really not. It's the same exact way that you get clients for your agency. You do the same thing for the affiliate commission, but like, none of these people know what they're doing. So it's just crazy to me that they're like just fraudulently out here, like just bullshitting everything. If a client wants to sell something on their website, do they have to download and incorporate Stripe too in order for them to receive payments? So if they want to take payments through the software, also another huge thing that's coming is tap to pay. You're going to be able to go right into the HighLevel app. You're going to be able to have your clients right in the phone app tap to pay. So like, for example, if you pick up a barber as a client, they can take all of their customers of the barbershop can go tap to pay on the barber's phone. You can just go like literally phone to phone, like Apple Pay. If the customer has Apple Pay and they want to, boom, tap to pay. It's actually sick. I'm glad I found he was going to pay 2K to Damian Player. Yeah, good thing you didn't pay 2,000 to Damian Player. Holy shit. But sorry, I meant to go back to your question. If a client wants to sell something on their website, do they have to download, incorporate Stripe too? Yeah, if they want to take the payments through the high level software, they will need to do it through Stripe. Or the other two there's two other options for payment processes, but I personally think Stripe is the best. They won't have to download Stripe, but they just have to make a Stripe account. Too right. Big respect to Connor for real. Thank you, bro. You know, for sure, I'm sick of seeing those types of people all over social media and innocent people get scammed. Dude, it is crazy how much of that shit goes on. It's actually absurd. Um, Way too much of that shit goes on. Even, dude, there's people I've seen, like, also, if you get a DM for me on Instagram, it's not me. There's like 50 accounts of me going around fucking DMing people, trying to get them to like pay for like some drop shipping bullshit. I don't even know. I'm getting DMs saying like, yo, this dude's like, do you have another Instagram? I just got a DM from you. I'm like, bro, no. And this guy's, and then they sent me screenshots. The guy's like trying to sell like a drop shipping product. It's some bullshit. I don't even know. They're like, yo, pay me $20 and I'll give you back 140 next week. I'm like, yo, what? But yeah, I don't know what's going on with my Instagram. A bunch of people are making fake accounts, so just don't DM my Instagram or my other Instagram accounts. Mine's actually verified now, so you'll know if it's me. What's the phone to phone pay? It's a tap. Like a tap. If you've ever went to a store and like paid for something with Apple Pay, you're gonna be able to do that using the GoHighlevel app. Um, you can give all of your clients tap to pay, and even you could take tap to pay if you know take any local payments. But like for example, say you have a barber as a client, you're gonna be able to give your barber the ability to do tap to pay, where like you can be like, yo, you download the High Level app with your account and shit. You will be able to take tap to pay from your client, so they can tap their card on your phone, and it will just be able to pay right from the card. Hey guys, I'm still getting domain couldn't be verified. How do I add MX records? You're gonna go into your DNS settings and add in um the MX records, whatever records they're telling you. You're just gonna go into your DNS settings and add those. Is there a feature of on GHL that lets a client take online payments? Um, contact contactless payments. Yeah, like so we have that in the US, but like the being able to take it from your phone, so being able to take it from your phone um using the High Level app, like you don't need one of those like little machines that they have like to like scan. You can do it right from your phone. Is the tap to pay a feature currently? So it's coming really soon. um it's gonna be, again, I have to watch the video again with Sean, but like, um, it's coming real soon. Connor's a real grafter. Look how many followers he has, how many people in the server, how many people that must be calling and texting him, yet he still has time for us. Most humble one. Dude, I appreciate that. And yeah, there is actually so many people DMing me. Like my Instagram DMs are actually like flooded. Um, Also, I kind of caused that by telling people to DM me. But but yeah. Is it the Lead Connector app or the GoHighlevel app for tap to pay? So the tap to pay is coming. Fuck, I almost broke my mic stand. Um, is the Lead Connector app or High Level app tap to pay? It's coming soon. Yeah, GHL has an app. It's coming soon. The tap to pay. It's either one. Both the apps are the same exact thing. The Lead Connector, um, the Lead Connector app and the High Level app, same thing, just literally a clone. They're a clone of each other. You can use whichever one you want. The Lead Connector is like a gray label, so it's like not high level. So it's like you can use it for your agency without buying the white labeled app. you set up your own agency website so clients can look you up? Yeah, I give you one in the free course. So if you didn't grab the free course yet, it's up in the top of the server. I give you one of those, and you could pretty much just take it and edit it if you want. You can leave it completely the same and slap your logo on it. It's totally up to you. Connor, how should I reach out to you to get access to the second part of the free course? Click the get help button in the bottom of the server. Send me the email you used to sign up, and then I'll add you to the second course. You probably have your own website. What does your website consist of? Do you get clients on the website, or have you always landed clients by cold calling, word of mouth? I get a few by the website, but yeah, a lot of it's cold calling and stuff. A lot of it is outreach, and then now like paid ads and stuff like that too. Also, my social media content gets a lot of inbound leads that way. But yeah. Your domain's probably not. Send your website in this chat right now. QEXYO. Send your website in the chat. I also just realized it's already 9:10. So like if anyone has like a final question or anything, and then I'm probably gonna bounce. I didn't realize we went over, but that's fine. But yeah, if you send your website in here, I'll see if you have the 404 error. That's probably the issue. Like send me your actual link to your website. Let me see. Yeah, I knew it. It's a 404. So go to the FAQ. Go to the FAQ section of the server and look for the 404 error fix. Follow those steps, then it will verify. It's a simple fix. What are the most important tips and tricks that you wish you knew before you started? I think that's a really good question to end it off. Tips and tricks. I would say focus as much as you can on getting the reps in the beginning, like doing as much volume as you can. Volume is key. The more volume you do, the more, appointments you'll get booked. So the more like volume outreach, I mean, the more volume you do, the more appointments you're going to get booked, which is going to result in eventually more clients. So do as much volume as you can. For your first couple clients, you're going to want to over deliver as much as you can, provide the absolute best customer service. That's going to result in like referrals and stuff like I explained before earlier. And what else? Not too many like tricks. It's really all just like, staying motivated through all the rejection is key. So just know that every no you're going to get is closer to the yes. Do you do this every Wednesday? Thank you so much for all the questions you answered. No idea how much it means. Truly motivated to launch my agency by next month. Dude, I'm excited for you to launch your agency too. Let me know whenever you get that started. I'm happy to help you. And yeah, I appreciate you guys coming out here. I do this every Wednesday. So again, I appreciate all you guys coming out. We'll be back again next Wednesday. And just to say again, I have the video coming out tomorrow around 3 to 4, probably around 2 p.m. I'd say 2 to 4 p.m. I'll get that video up with Sean. And then I have another video also coming out probably by Monday.